We're back. Nadeska, Akademiks, Wayno. Everyday struggle, what's good? What are you looking behind you for?
There's a monitor right there. Like, I gotta talk about what's behind the cameras. Like, there's a monitor. I gotta check myself.
Right.
You get to look at your close-up for like, yo, listen, can I break down what goes on set?
Break it down.
Because when
here come the lies.
Listen, that's
when Akademiks shows up an hour late, Wayno and I have been sitting here for 30 minutes. Okay, see what I mean?
He did get pulled over.
Right.
Okay.
And then he lied to the cop, and the cop gave us a crazy ticket, so it took long.
Us,
Anyway,
okay.
When we show up here, Nadeska would like to make it seem like I'm just snoring while everybody's preparing.
Nigga, that's 85% of the time. That's 85% of the time.
We get on set, and Nadeska checks 39 close-ups. I'm over here just trying to get a vibe. It's early. Wayne over here fucking just like looking at his fit, just like over here squinting his eyes, doing some dumb shit, talking about some movies, and then we all of a sudden start. Come on now.
Is that really how it happens?
Yeah, so like
listen, everybody has their version of the truth.
It's true.
There's 3 monitors in here, and the first time I see myself is when the goddamn show starts. I'm like, okay,
The control room, they're in my ear whispering lies. Well, it's because the internet thinks I'm bleaching X, so I got to check, make sure like it's clear that I am in fact bleaching. What?
You not bleaching?
Like, I haven't been light-skinned enough my whole life.
Right.
This is the Nadeska controversy. She's
Actually
bleaching.
just admit it. Like, you told me to bring the bleaching cream from Jamaica.
Yeah, guys. Just trying to be the best version of myself.
Right, man.
Right.
Anyway, guys, welcome back to the show. Today we're going to start with...
Oh, now they going to say something to me? Oh, my God.
Yeah, move your fucking chair, man.
oh, my God.
Hey, you know what? I'm just here. Go ahead.
All right, so Tyler dropped one of Wayno and I's favorite albums of the year, Igor. Ak is still trying to come around on it. So recently, Tyler did an episode of Rick Rubin's podcast, Broken Record. So on the podcast, he admitted that sound is a lot more important to him, production, than lyrics specifically. And then Rick Rubin asked him if there are any rappers he listened to just for the lyrics. And he picked Eminem and added this.
Because Eminem he picked some of the worst beats ever. Even Ludacris sometimes picks shitty beats, but their energy and their cool, witty lines is what made the songs cool. So they're an exception, to where Jay-Z picked great beats.
Yeah. He also added that Jay really knows how to rap on a beat. Like, he knows how to hear the right beat and decide if he should yell on this or rap like this on it. What do you think of his perspective here?
Is this big facts or BS? I'm gonna call BS on that one. Like, I don't think when he threw Luda in there, I'm like, I don't notably remember Luda for picking whack beats. So maybe I have to go back and listen to his catalog again, but I don't get that connotation. It's always interesting when I hear the conversation of who picks good beats and who picks whack beats, right? Like, for example, a lot of people give credit to Ross for picking good beats. But I think good beats is like what fits you and probably what brings out all your talents. Like, Ross is kind of like a storyteller. Like, his voice, his cadence, it sits in a certain pocket, and when he got some nice strings in the background and it's a nice sample, like the shit, like a Moneybagg music, it's just great. So like it complements him really well. With Eminem, it's like a lyricist. The nigga rap double time like most of the time. I think Eminem picked whack beats. I've never even agreed when people said Nas picked whack beats. And the only reason why...
You don't think that Nas you serious?
The only reason why I didn't agree is that I think people want him to rap on a certain type of beat. Like if you listen to Hero by Nas, people want that more up-tempo, but that's not him. Like, he didn't want to be on those beats all the time. Not because it's not... I think people just want on some certain more up-tempo shit, like more hate me now type of shit. Cool, but I don't think he wanted that.
Well, I think that beat picking is dependent upon where an artist is at, like, musically. People gotta remember, Tyler Creator makes his own beats. Like, he makes all his beats. So it's kind of easy for him to say that everybody else, well, the question was, who does he like to listen to, right? That doesn't pick the best beats, that he listens to just for the lyrics, right? Eminem don't pick really good beats. I think that he makes it's a lot of beats that he makes sound really good. I think his best beat selection, yeah, he does, but not on every single thing. I think his best beat selected album was the Eminem Show. Like that album, like top to bottom, none of the beats on there was questionable, but he does pick funny sounding
Slim Shady
shit.
too. I think the first few albums, all of the
Marshall
beats are
Mathers
great.
LP? No,
Yeah.
I thought it was
The first
Slim Shady,
Marshall
Marshall Mathers, Eminem Show, and then once you get to like Encore like
Encore
Relapse is when.
horrible. Relapse, but
Yeah, but if we're really judging the trajectory of M's career, and of course, let me just start off by saying he's a legend before people get pissed, because I know I'm gonna say some shit. But I think around Encore and Relapse, we start kind of like scratching our necks, like shit, kind of looking funny.
But it was the songs too. It wasn't just the beats. It was a lot of the songs
Yes,
too. Yeah.
so it's a combination. It's not like he's carrying the beats. I feel like it was a combination of us just kind of not feeling M as much as we did before. But the first half of his career, I thought like.
Well, he never specified what part of his career. He's just saying like certain beats. What Nas, I felt like is a lot of.
You a Jay fan, so make
no.
it a Nas fan.
I'm a Nas fan too. Now, yeah, Jay is my favorite rapper out of the two, but I'm a Nas fan as well.
But
and
are you
Nas
one of the people that says that? I think that's a narrative that people have ran with.
No, I think Nas has picked a lot of beats that weren't good. He raps so well that we just get by on it. But it's a lot of beats that he's picked that you like nobody else would ever dare touch it. Cause it's not really good. Like that double album Streets Disciple that he did, I felt like that whole majority of that shit was bad beats. Like when he did Hip Hop Is Dead, that's when he started getting back to using better beats. I feel like if Rick Ross picked all of Nas's beats, he'd have crazy, like.
But that's when it comes down to having a great producer with you, right? Because Pusha said something like that. Like if it was just up to him, he'd rap on any beat because he doesn't care what it sounds like. He's like a rapper's rapper, right? He said working with people like Kanye and The Dream is what really pushed him and Pharrell, of course, to
Pusha my nigga,
make
but
better songs.
it be certain beats I don't be liking on a few of his albums. Like it's
very few though. Like
Yeah,
My Name
very
Is My
few.
Name, all of them. I think the beats are great on those
Yeah,
projects. But
it's-
it's because it's like he knows his strengths.
he definitely knows his strengths. But I think that the beat picking thing is subjective to also who's the A&R. Or if you have an A&R that you respect, that's around, that can give you records. That's a big part of it too.
French Montana picks amazing beats.
Amazing.
The recent beats too, because you haven't liked his recent
recently.
songs.
We're talking about we're gonna talk about one of his singles, but
Yeah.
the singles, like, the niggas are trying to get a hit. But like, come on, working with Harry Fraud for Mac and Cheese series, I thought it was great.
Absolutely.
And then when it came to like picking singles, especially early on, like when you hear the backstory of most of the records that he got, like mad niggas used to just pass on him, and he used to take it and flip it into something. So like, I think that's when we start talking about who picks beats, we think about who has a great ear, and I think he got a great ear.
Yeah, French. I would like to hear French.
French to me just an A&R that can rap a little bit.
He sounds good on like sample beats. I love French on sample beats, but sometimes I don't know. Sometimes he misses me with some of the shit he picks. More recently.
Yeah, more recent. I think he's in an interesting place more recently, but we'll see.
All right, so before we get to break hair or wait on it, we do want to do an album review for Youngboy Never Broke Again. So he dropped his latest project, AI Youngboy 2, last weekend. 18 songs, guest appearances from Quando Rondo and No Cap. So this is his first full-length project we've gotten since he's got out of jail back in August. Ak, you're a big fan, right? This is what you were tweeting about off the Henny the other day? So I guess you should start.
Of course. Hey, listen, I'm a big fan of NBA Youngboy. I even, we even had a conversation because, like, I had high expectations going into this project.
Okay.
And I know there was a lot of hype. Also, he's been through a lot of trials and tribulations. And he's one of the people, just like even Kodak in a way, where they, despite some of the antics or the troubles that they get into that, no one's going to be like, oh, good job. It's like their music is therapeutic. And his music is like literally just imagine 19-year-old kid from Louisiana just trying to figure out life. And when you listen to his project, like, that's exactly what he gives you. So, I mean, I was anticipating it. Of course, I knew he's not the rapper to have a bunch of big name features. So if you expect, it's him, Lil Baby, him, Quavo, it's not gonna happen. But he holds down a project or even holds down songs by himself really well. I really enjoyed it. So, like, one of my favorite joints he had, which was, scroll up a little bit. Yeah. The Time I'm On and the joint that he had with No Cap and Quando Rondo, both of those were good, but I forgot he had another joint. I don't know if it's there. But he was basically talking about, we know like the thing that happened in Miami, and you know he went through a lot of trials and tribulations. Somebody got killed, this and third, and for him it was kind of like him fighting with also like demons of changing himself, but you know still not making like the industry change him. You get me? Doing better, but not like just changing to someone who he's not. And you know, I feel like it's, if you listen to like his earlier projects, 38 Baby, like you see the growth happening. Maybe not as quick as some people want, but you do see why so many people gravitate towards him. The reason why, you know, he's expected to do like 100,000 first week with this is he has a huge fan base. He was the number one artist on YouTube for like so many weeks in a row, and people couldn't get it. But like the fan base he has is a lot of young kids from the streets. They when they listen to him, it's kind of like when we talk about Meek. Meek represents a certain type of people, right? He represents certain type. It's a lot of young kids though, it's a younger demographic, but they fuck with him, and he's speaking for them. So, you know, the music it has a little bit more substance, but it's some street shit. Not gonna lie.
The music is blissful ignorance. It's blissful ignorance. Now, I mean, this kid don't get his fair shot. You know what I mean? Like, he don't get his fair shot, and I think that's because of like all the antics that's wrapped around him and shit. And because he's so young, people just scared of him. But he is really dope. I consider him like the fifth hot boy. Because all of his music, he sounds like he could have been down with Cash Money in the 90s. Like, I swear. He sounds just like he could have been right next to Turk or BG or one of them. Like, he's cut from that cloth.
And he looks up to all of them. It's interesting. You know how I don't mean to cut you off. But you know, in like when we talk about younger rappers, a lot of times it's like, yo, man, fuck what them old niggas was doing. I'm doing me. Nah. Most artists from like Louisiana, they look up to like Birdman and that whole conglomerate's really like superheroes to them.
Yeah.
And they pattern their music after them.
You know, it's crazy because like, all right, you know, when we get to the New York hip hop conversation, is always the traditional sound of the boom bap and this, that, and the third. To me, he makes the traditional Louisiana street sound like it just sounds like a little bit more updated beats, but he doesn't, like, his perspective isn't no different than none of them. That's what I like about Louisiana artists, because it's like no gimmicks with them. They always could just be themselves. But everybody else got to be, well, I just say New York always got to be held to the standard of you have to do it this way. Like, he's doing it his own way, but the nigga's what, 18, 19 now? It seems like he's been 18 for like 4 years though.
Like watching him, and this is why he's so complex as well, right? It's like when you are the first millionaire in your family, you're young, you're from the streets, you got people who are around you from the streets who you still with. You know, it's not like you're like, peace out, I made it. Your family got pressure, you know, he has issues. He has a bunch of kids as well, you know? Trying to deal with all that, like, I've seen at times, like, he'll tweet out things where he's like, yo, I don't want to live no more. And you hear him trying to explain why he gets that mindset, but it's really, all the pressure does get to him at times, but then he kind of just, like, shakes it off, you know? And I think it's natural and normal, yo. He's pretty fucking young. I think he's 18, man, but you're right. It might be 18 for like the last.
Right, for real. It's like the Chief Keef shit. Like people still be like, your Chief Keef is only like 16.
Chief Keef like 21. No, like,
right, like, he's like 23 now, right? You gotta be. But this is dope.
19.
This is a dope project. You know what I mean? It's definitely a dope project. I mean, I like, the thing is that it'd be so much bullshit wrapped around every time he get a release that it kind of makes, I think, the game a little bit reluctant, but he does have a strong fan base of young kids that love all this shit.
What I'm also impressed about him in terms of like just his natural and organic draw to like his supporters, he don't really, like, most of the times through his legal problems, the judge bans him from social media. So he can't really promote this project. This project was barely promoted by him. Like, he's not doing press. He put up like one post about it, but really the courts have restricted like how he can use social media, because they do believe he gets into problems doing stuff like that. So when you see him do good like that, you're like, man, if he was clear out of all the problems and he was really having a chance to be an artist, not just a street nigga who happened to do music, perhaps like these projects could be like a level up way to get to another level. So I'm just hoping good things are in store and no more jail time.
You gotta stay out of trouble. That's the only thing. You gotta stay out of trouble.
But he's still gonna do 100K?
Yeah, he's predicted 90 to 100.
That's good.
I'm hoping for 100. And it's been getting good reviews, so word of mouth always helps.
All right, AI Youngboy 2, go check that out. And now it's time for Brick Hit or Wait on It. So like we said, let's start with French Montana. Grab your little handy sign. So the first one is Twisted. So this is French featuring Juicy J,
Damn, this thing
Rocky,
reached for the
Logic.
quick as fuck. Oh my God.
All right, so this is the latest single from French's upcoming album Montana and is produced by Juicy J. All right, Brick Hit or Wait on It. Take your time, everyone.
Ah, man. I'm gonna say wait on it. This is, I think, the 4th single I've heard from French. I think the 4th. He dropped the one with Post Malone and Cardi B. I mean, God damn it. If that's not like, yo, I'm trying to hit the home run, what is, right? Dropped the joint with the City Girls. Dropped the joint with Gunna. And then he's dropping this. It's 4 singles in. I'm thinking the next one's gonna be him and Drake. It just has to be that, right? Like, and none of them has really connected enough to validate the people on the record and really made any like headway on the charts that I think that's what, do you know what label he's on?
Epic.
Okay, to make Epic be like, yo, let's push the button.
Yeah.
So I hear this and I'm thinking every French record I'm hearing from now, I'm like, this is some single shit. He's looking towards people gravitating towards it that I'm not putting up this, but I'm instead of putting up this, that he could get the album out, and I don't know what it is. I really don't know what it is. I'm getting, it's not bad, but I don't know if it's it, and I think this is why he's in a rut. I don't know what that rut necessarily is, because if we look back at his previous singles, Unforgettable.
Yeah. Yeah, of course.
Crazy.
Yeah, right.
But after that, he used to have his formula. And I just don't know if it's working.
Okay.
As is.
I hate to have to do this, but I got to go with Brick. And I think that the reason why French shit is not going the way it used to, because it don't seem like he's in the musical circles he used to be in. Where when he would drop a single, he would also have something for the streets. Like, when the last time we heard French and Ross together? You know what I mean? Like, every time that they would have records, their records would be a moment. I think that, like, he kind of trained his listeners to accept his music a certain way. It's like we knew that we was probably getting a little EP every time prior to the album. It would have a few joints on there that's just strictly for the streets, and that would warm up other shit so that when he dropped the single, it would go. Like you said, record with Gunna, record with
Post Malone,
Cardi B. I mean, City Girls. I was at Post Malone's show last night. That shit was amazing. You know what I mean? It's like,
right?
Yeah, amazing. And I'm like, anybody get a song with this nigga, I don't think you need to put nothing else out. But now a song with, and it's an awkward lineup. I mean, it doesn't only get awkward when it gets to Logic. You know, it's just, I just don't.
Logic sticks out on the track list a little.
Exactly. You know what I mean?
In terms of this particular song, Juicy J.
Yeah, no, Juicy J, of course. No? Juicy J and Rocky, like, I mean,
Rocky,
that's their way. But
anything.
What's the best out of the 4 so far? Like, at this point, should he just keep dropping, or do you just pick one and try to stick with it?
I don't know.
If you ask me, like, because the good thing about like featuring like a Cardi B on your record is like Cardi B, she's promoting that shit, And again, maybe not my favorite record. I think the one with him and Gunna, but here's the thing.
That one is hard.
I like Gunna's part. Like it's one of those things where like, you know what I mean?
That's fine though.
But yeah, I think that's a good record. And if I had to say, I would say that's the best out of them. I just don't think any of them is hot enough where it's
like,
undeniable.
remember every time French would have a record, he always, like, I can't remember what record it was that he had that was big 3 years ago, but he had Lockjaw with Kodak. That was like the joint that held down the streets, and they played it on radio a bit, and then when he comes with the other record, it's like they both coincide. He hasn't had one for the streets. Like now, yeah, the joint, it's a good look to have Gunna on a record and Cardi and Post and all that, but I haven't seen him have that one for the streets that kind of, like, his shit always goes from the streets into mainstream, not the other way around. So.
I'm gonna do some more research, man. There's something going on with French's rollout this time around. It might just be as easy as you said. He's just not connecting with the streets, and that's a necessity.
That's his foundation
of him getting his rollout right. But again, the lineups on these 4 records, yeah, you got heavy hitters on it, man. It's heavy hitters.
It's a lot of money on the records. That's a whole lot of money. Like.
So I'm really wondering, like, yo, what's not coming, like, what's not fitting in?
Right.
All right, so that was a brick for Wayno, a wait on it for Ak, right?
Yeah.
All right, our next record is All That. This is from Moneybagg Yo and Megan Thee Stallion. So the last time we heard them on a record together was Make a Bag. This was from Megan's project back in 2018. Tina Snow, brick hit, wait on it, Wayno.
I'm a wait on it, yeah.
What are you giggling about?
I don't know. I listened to the song a few times. It's just like it's a really like funny duet. Like it's just like they just because they're together. Like you know, it's kind of awkward.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm gonna do wait on it as well. Actually, precisely for what Wayno said, like, except a little bit more in terms of, I do believe that them being together and the fact that they're together and they're doing a record together like this, it makes it a moment more than the record is like dope.
Okay.
You get me? So when I hear it, I'm not like, if it was two different artists who just linked up in a random collab, I'm like, yo, I'm not saying this shit is crazy, but the fact that I know, like, for example, at Rolling Loud, like, I think Moneybagg Yo brought out Meg.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like, they're gonna have those moments together. Like, people love them as a couple. Like, they seem really dope. A record like this makes it more intriguing.
Yeah.
So it might work.
Yeah.
Is it my favorite? I don't know.
Yeah, it's cool.
So I'm gonna just
cool. It's cool. It's cool.
All right, two wait on it's for that one. Next, Roddy Ricch. This one is called Big Stepper, produced by Lil Mexico. Wayno's reaching for his sign.
Me the other fire too.
We got a hit.
This is a hit. I feel like this is a hit. I mean, Roddy Ricch, I got a chance to hear some of his album. Like, he's my next favorite rapper. Like, for real, he's my next favorite rapper. Like I said before, Access, he raps from the heart, right? Remember how he got all sentimental
How
and
could
shit?
we ever
When I
forget?
was
said that
talking to
shit.
Chief
Pouring your
about
heart
Roddy,
out.
he was over here hating. Now
I was
we were
now I'm hating.
I was
on
just
the bandwagon, man.
Now I'm
Hold on,
hating.
hold on.
On the bandwagon. I'm gonna go with fire.
Hits,
However,
not fire. Fire stands for hit. Yeah.
fire hits. Only thing I'm gonna say is that there's that front part of the song, that first like where he's stretching his voice. I don't like that shit.
Yeah.
But overall, the record's dope.
Okay.
That's the person I'm like, like it's like when people abuse autotune a little bit too much.
Right.
But overall, the record's fire. Roddy hasn't missed in a while, and he's had a very solid run over the last, like, I want to say about 8-9 months. And because of that, I really think that if we had to really just look at, say, the rookies in the game who are the most consistent, he's up there.
Yeah, that's facts.
Love this song.
All right.
Look, so last year at the Everyday Struggle Awards, if you didn't see it, Roddy Ricch and Blueface were the big picks, right? For your, what would we call them? For the rookies of 2019, I suppose, sort of?
Okay.
Next to Blow? Thank you. I forgot the category name. Roddy Ricch has definitely delivered so far. So our next one, break hit or wait on it. This is Blueface featuring Jeremiah, Close Up. Does he have another one? Anyone? Someone?
All right.
I love Blueface.
Do you?
Blueface is like a brother to me.
Okay, relax.
You lying, nigga.
Stop it. Wait, no, when you talk about me, come get at you. Get out of here. What I'm saying is that, like, Blueface, I think, I like his energy. Like,
Would you say he had best punchlines? What was it? The big debate was about a few months
I ain't
ago.
say best punchlines. He got some lines. I'm gonna stop
So
playing with it.
now you said, I got
Learn to put it together.
Okay.
I'm.
Why is there so much pain in your heart? Spit it out.
Come on, Act. Come on,
I'm trying
Act.
to see if we waiting
Come
on
on,
this
man.
to break.
I want to see. What,
So staring at
Come on,
those
Act.
is helping you decide?
come on. What is it?
Come on.
I'm gonna have to go with Brick. And I told you I love Blueface like a brother. But but here's the thing. Blueface still has a ways to go on learning how to make a really dope song. Tatiana was an exception. And Bleed It was clever in the moment. It worked. The Daddy record is cool, but like it still appeals to the fan base. When I look at Blueface, my overall thoughts is what happens when someone blows up because what they're doing is a novelty. And at first, it was like, yo, this. I don't know how long I've been following and fucking with him, but like at first, when he was just on World Star, people were like, yo, this is the worst rapper ever. He's completely off beat. And then some people like, yo, he's funny because look what he's saying in some of these lines. Then he gets Tatiana. This is the time I gotta give it Tatiana. He gets Tatiana. When Tatiana blew up, people said, oh shit, he could make a hit.
This nigga's going way too long explaining this shit. He's
Nah,
going way too long explaining this shit, bro. Listen, man.
With Tatiana.
Listen, you going way too far, bro.
After then, he hasn't made a song as catchy or like as complete as that.
I think Blueface is a victim of, like, you know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. He tried to fix it. Like, he tried to do other shit. If I was Blueface,
What's other shit?
He tried to do other songs like this song. Like, if I was Blueface, I would study Too Short. Seriously, I would study Too Short. Because I feel like, and this is not, I don't want to say this the wrong way, but Too Short has always made content that has been very raunchy towards women, but women fucking love it. Forever. Like, he's got that Bay Area sound. He's a fucking legend. You know what I mean? This motherfucker's like 25 albums into some wild shit. But right now, Too Short could drop a record right now, with the sound of a blow your whistle, but it could be like crazy content, and he just became a father at 53 and everybody would fucking accept it, right? And I feel like how he started with Tatiana, he should have just stayed in that realm. Like, not do 100 Tatianas, but stay in that content realm. Like, I feel like he's tried too many things, and that's what's hurt him a bit, is because he's tried too many things.
Okay, and I hear your point, but I think your point is making my point.
I know you just was taking too, like, wrap it up, B. Like,
no, Tatiana is the exception. Tatiana's it's a good hook. It's a decent song. Like, I think these other records, he's relying off some of the gimmicky stuff that he's been known for. Yo, we know that you be having these funny lines. That only lasts so long. Like, we don't laugh at the same jokes.
I think the reason we're looking at you funny is because, I don't know, it's like you told a whole story for yourself over the course of like 9 months, and now you're untelling yourself. It's very strange.
No. It's like with any artist. We could predict a bunch of artists to succeed. We not them. You feel me? We make. Listen, it's like saying, and I see his name. We're about to talk about it next. It's like saying Lil Tecca. What do you think Lil Tecca's gonna be next year? You have no idea, but you can make predictions.
I know, but we ain't say that the nigga's gonna be the next. You know, man, you was acting like he was the best thing since sliced bread and pants and pockets.
Hold on, we ain't gonna sit here and act like 8 months ago Blueface wasn't the hottest.
He was one. I'm not taking that from him.
He was the
not
hottest,
taking that from him.
Right? He had a song that was working, and even we could compare him to right now who we do know is the top young artist, which is DaBaby. He had a record that was even more successful than DaBaby's records at that.
Tatiana was bigger than the show.
One record?
At that point, 8 months ago.
That's not now though. Like,
not now. DaBaby lasted and dropped some other records, and clearly things changed. But projecting from that point, you know what I mean? It's like saying, yo, this was one of the top 10 draft picks in the NBA.
Yeah, everybody don't end up being a star.
And then you drop 2 30-point games. Oh, this thing is gonna have a career of 10 years. Then you realize this thing is a bust. You know, like,
you think he's a bust now? I'm just asking because he was one of your picks for the year. That's all I'm realizing. I think he still got a chance. Like,
I don't think he's a bust. I think he's in a very delicate and important.
How much longer does he have before he gets? Like, are people going to be paying attention before you would put him on the clock, basically?
People will be paying attention, but he needs something now before he falls out of that wave of what we care about a lot.
You know what I think what hurt, and not to say hurt him, I think he toured too early. I think he didn't. I think he toured a bit early because he kept going on tours like back to back to back to back, and Tatiana, it was just like the Tatiana run, and he never got a chance to like put out another record and really work it, cause he just hit the ground running. I mean, he fucking ran it up fast. You know what I mean? But I think like that's what kind of hurt him a bit as well, cause he did have other records that could have gone, but it was just like the Tatiana show, and then that's all everybody was waiting for was that. And they never gave him another chance because he didn't have that same type of record again. You know? I could be wrong, just speculating. But we could move on from this.
All right, so that was a brick for Ak. Wayno, did you choose?
It's a brick for me as well.
All right, so our last record for Brick Hit or Wait on It, this is Somebody. This is from Internet Money with Lil Tecca and A Boogie. So this is the first time we've heard Tecca and A Boogie on the same record. Gentlemen, brick hit or wait on it?
Okay. You want to go first? I'll go first. I say wait on it.
Okay.
I say wait on it, but I feel like it has strong potential to be a hit. Reason why I say wait on it, because I don't think it's something that shoots like big immediately. And I think that people are still getting used to Tekka. People are still getting used to Tekka. But I think that what's really dope about this record, what people should pay attention to, is like, this is the new New York sound. You know, this is the new sound of New York. Like, when it comes to younger artists, like when it comes to making hits with younger artists, it's not gonna be super barred up. It's not gonna be the most street content. This is the way for the new young artists in New York to win. And I think that we just gotta wait on it, but it has potential.
I'm going hit. Because how could you miss with these two? A Boogie, who's a streaming monster, and of course, a Lil Tekka, who is like, he's still on the up. What he'll turn out to be, we'll find out. But really, the glue here is Internet Money. And Internet Money just signed a label deal with Capitol, Studio 10K Projects. And what they're doing, I think might be the future of where music is going. Just to give people a little bit of history, Internet Money has producers like Nick Mira. It's owned by Taz Taylor. These are producers who are giving niggas records that are working. If you remember Lucid Dreams, it's Nick Mira. That's Juice WRLD. Ransom, that's, again, Internet Money. You hear even the drop on the beginning of the song. It's a bunch of producers, they're creating records and they have like, they're hitting a little niche where it's working, and they're giving records to people that's working. Now they're trying to brand themselves. I'm more interested in them than Tekka and Boogie. I 100% believe that Tekka mailed in a verse, Boogie mailed in a verse, so I'm not expecting like they're doing, like it's neither their singles, it's Internet Money.
Right.
And it's one of those things where to see a producer conglomerate turn into a label, try to figure out how they could run shit. And I have been championing the producers, because most of these niggas are garbage. And really the producers and the engineers, to me, almost matter more than the artists. So when I see the producers getting together and saying, we're gonna go get him for this and the third, I love it. So when I hear this record, now I spoke to a couple people about it. Some people, they loved A Boogie's verse or they hated it. It's like really black and white. But I do believe that this is gonna work.
You're extra long-winded today. Thank you.
Right.
The super deep dives.
Deep dive.
Sometimes the segment goes by very quickly.
Right.
Roger, I mentioned that.
He's feeling inspired today.
No,
right,
man,
so-
I gotta look at certain shit.
No, I got you. Appreciate it, Ak. All right, Wayno.
We gotta show. We're on a talk show.
Oh, I remember I went first.
All right.
I said wait on it. Ak said hit, so.
Okay.
I'm saying.
All right. Thank you, guys. Super deep dive today. All right, so real quick, will you take us through some numbers, Ak?
All right, this I'll make quick. Okay,
Yeah, all right. Let's
Anyway,
see.
listen. The albums that came out this week, it's a bunch of albums to keep it real. Like, I mean, we had YK Osiris, we had NBA Youngboy, Wale, Lil TJ, salute to all those men. Youngboy is expected to be the highest of all the debuts this week, expected to actually compete for the #1 spot with Post Malone, Hollywood Bleeding album, and it's expected to be around 85 to 95,000. I've heard that it could even surpass 100,000. Depends on how it goes this week. But, you know, Lil TJ, who I've taken a liking to him, and salute to him, he did my other show on the Sticks. But his album, True to Myself, and, you know, if we only reviewed albums here, like, especially a week like this, we'd be reviewing all day. His album is fucking dope. And not gonna lie, because on my little Fortnite little game, I know y'all was, but I be arguing about like his album and shit like that with a bunch of his fans, and like his fans, like the only critique is that they heard all these songs before, so they all got leaked. But it's all good. Okay. His album is expected to do between 33 to 42,000 units. Wale, wow, that's crazy, is expected to do 23 to 27,000 units. And by the way, just to put stuff in perspective, Wale's last project did like, I believe it did like 15K or something like that. So this is, you know, he's increasing. and you always gotta look at trajectory. And you know, his record, I believe, is called On Chill, is doing really well.
Yeah.
And surprisingly, Travis Scott, which again, when you think about why people like feature certain people or whatever, Travis Scott, Highest in the Room, a song that I told y'all had to be a hit based on the numbers, is debuting #1. Like, it's #1 on the Billboard Hot 100 charts. And salute to Juice WRLD and Youngboy. They did a collab that debuted at number 11. So Juice WRLD has his album coming up soon, and we'll see where everything's gonna lie. And by the way, since I'm on the numbers segment, this is not even on screen. Hey, Summer Walker got robbed, and this is not talk to salute to one nigga Justice, but Summer Walker got robbed by a fucking K-pop group called Super M, and I hope over time we get to talk about that a little bit more, just because they fucking finessed the bundle situation so much, where fucking people from Korea were able to buy albums. It's the biggest finesse ever.
Right.
People from Korea were able to buy bundles shipped to the United States and accounted for Billboard.
Oh, well, guess what? Don't be mad when Nicki said it shouldn't either then.
Well, I don't think Travis did that.
I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying.
Them K-pop fans, they own some shit.
When it's K-pop versus R&B hip-hop shit that we want to support, but when Nicki said it, she was a hater. Everybody wanted to call her a hater.
Hold on.
I'm just saying.
If it was 100,000 people from Guatemala that bought motherfucking Travis' album, I'd be like, you're right. But because Billboard, you know, the Billboard charts that we care about is for the U.S., but we're, like, you know, like for me, I've been super interested in this. Like, so I've been really doing research. The people who are, like, so Billboard only counts U.S., but of course, like, these K-pop groups who want to make a mark in the U.S., they're fucking finessing the charts.
Everybody's finessing, man. Fuck it.
Thank you, numbers, man.
About to start scamming my damn self. Fuck it.
You from Harlem?
You come too
You already
far
got a
to
head
start scamming now. To start scamming now, Wayne. All right,
Wayne
so
looking like, nigga, I ain't even stop. What you talking about?
I never scammed. Stop it.
we'll close on a light note today. So during a recent episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians, Kanye confronts Kim and admits that he has trouble with her outfits and photos being too sexy. Take a look.
Any more negative energy for you to now say that you're not into me wearing a tight dress?
You are my wife, and it affects me when pictures are too sexy.
You built me up to be this like sexy person and confidence and all this stuff.
Yeah.
And just because you're on a journey and you're on your transformation doesn't mean that I'm in the same spot with you. So.
Okay, all right, cool.
Okay, all right. I didn't realize you'd officially made the transition from being a rapper. Have you ever told your girl this?
Fuck no, man. Wait. This nigga's, I mean, I'm not mad at him. One, I'm not mad at him.
Why not?
I'm not mad at him because at least unfortunately, I feel like that's conversations that should never make it onto the screen.
That's how I think he walked off.
You know what I mean? I feel like that should never make it to the screen. And if he's saying that's affected me, I'm not mad at him because at the end of the day, that's his wife. That's supposed to be his other half, and this is that and the third,
But
right?
what about like her point that he's helped establish?
You
this
supposed
brand?
to be riding with me. The fuck is you talking about? Just because I'm making my transformation and you ain't. You supposed to be riding with me.
You met her as that, though.
Yeah, he did, but so what?
And he
nigga?
brags about it on records. And
because you're going through some shit. She has to go through some shit.
Listen, man. I'm just saying this, bruh. If you're in a relationship and you tell somebody that something is making you uncomfortable or it affects you, and you just dismiss it as like, well, just because that's what you're doing, I ain't on that. That's not right, man. Like, it should be some dialogue between that. It shouldn't just be that.
Well,
maybe also the timing is bad because she's about to try on like a Met Gala outfit. The
Oh,
timing,
okay. I didn't know where the fuck was going. I thought
convenient.
she was just in the crib. I didn't know what was going on. I don't watch this shit.
You have a whole family. You have your
Here comes the relationship.
No, I have to establish that because Wayno's point of view might be different than mine. I'm not thinking about it in terms of family, this and third. I'm thinking about it in terms of that was her career. So you're saying that now you're uncomfortable. Like, I look at it as an attack on her career. That's
Attack on her career? I mean, she's a sexy woman. She could wear a fucking paper bag and be sexy.
But it's just like this is her entire brand.
Her look and what's kept up her brand before recently.
Yeah.
Before the last, like, I want to say about like 15 months, it's been largely in part.
She changed it a bit.
Yeah, largely in part her look, these kind of raunchy type of things she does that keeps the intrigue of the public, like, you're kind of attacking her career. It's not just you're saying, oh, I feel this. Like that's part of her brand.
I mean, listen, I'm all of a part of accept me how you met me. You know what I mean? I all believe in that. But I'm just saying, if the man say that something is bothering him, you can't just dismiss it as that. That's all. And
so
I'm
then
usually
should she
not.
just always compromise? Because
No,
I don't follow it too closely, but I feel like when they started, he had this whole phase where he would fly in to dress her and change up the outfits, and they're all very sexy. So.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, you know the cameras is on, and you told that nigga, listen, man, just because you on some other shit don't mean I'm on that shit.
Because he probably changes his mind every 3 months, and she's
or every
gotta
3
rock with
minutes
it.
for real. Like,
I'm actually just backing up Kim K. Kim K is the newest national treasure we must protect.
no, Post Malone is. We have to protect Post Malone.
He's just planning for his transition to the White House, probably. He doesn't want her to dress like that.
Right.
No, Kim K is, again, we all have different paths in life. And I've been really impressed. Trust, when I used to speak about Kim
We all
K,
have different paths in life.
He's a fashionable
Yeah, you
model.
supposed to start it. We all have different paths in
No,
life.
I have to be
but-
honest. When I used to speak about Kim K 5 years ago, it was definitely about everything I've seen, but she's really changed up the things that we're seeing about her. Yeah, she might look sexy a little bit, but honestly, most of the stuff I see about Kim K these days is a lot of activism shit. It has changed my complete view of her, and when I see her doing that,
Yeah.
I feel she gotta be protected. Kanye, not because you started to do some gospel shit means we rocking with you. I'm rocking with Kim K more right now. I'm not, and I've never said that before. I usually am pro Kanye, fuck him. But
Oh, fuck him, damn.
yeah, because I thought she was trying to ruin one of our greats.
They've been together like 10 years now,
Okay,
man.
no, you're right. But the perception of the regular Kanye fan was that, yo, Kim K, who fucking may have ruined Reggie Bush, what's the other nigga from the Nets who trash?
Chris Humphries.
Ruined him, ruined a bunch of
He
other
was
niggas.
trash anyway. Fuck is you talking about?
Okay, but
Chris Humphries was always trash.
what I'm saying is, our view is that like she was like fucking messing, like based on her attention grabbing ways, she was doing a lot of things that would affect entertainers. The way how she has kind of grown to, I fuck with what she has become. And when I look at what Kanye's doing and versus what she's doing, she's posing
going all
with black
day
men that
today.
she got out of jail. She's trying to get like a lot of reform shit passed through, and Kanye's trying to form a cult. I am sorry.
Pastor Akademiks, relax.
I'm rocking with
Okay.
Kim K. So when I watch that conversation, Kanye, get your holy ass out of the motherfucking room and let her do what she doing. If she put on some lingerie after a long fucking day of freeing 25 prisoners, let her rock, bro. Let her rock. But of course, I'm not in their marriage, so I'm saying I should have kept that off camera so I would have no opinion.
All right then, that's what I was saying.
I should have kept it off camera. It wasn't off camera, so
Nothing's off camera with these niggas.
Well, hey.
You know how much shit we don't see? Like, please.
Well, if y'all
We gotta go academic.
y'all exploit the moment,
I have to go academic.
We do have to go. Do you have any final thoughts? I feel like you got out every single
No, 'cause
thought
it's gonna
you've
take 'em
ever
15
had
minutes to do
today.
it.
Ever had. Yo, man, guys, thank you for watching Everyday Struggle. We'll be back here tomorrow.
Yo, are we doing Compass Condas here?
Yes, yo.
You see, yo, y'all ain't on y'all P's and Q's. They told us at the beginning of the show, y'all gotta mention Compass Con.
Sorry.
Y'all about to rap.
Yo,
Come
you
on,
were
man,
just
I got you.
hypnotizing me today with your words. So many words. I'm like in a daze.
Compass Con.
Guys, Complex Con Long Beach coming up the first weekend of November. The three of us are going to be there. We are doing a live show. You guys should go cop some tickets. Come out and support us. Come out and
I
meet
want to
the
link with, oh yeah, I'm about to do a meetup. It's about to be crazy. I don't know why you signed. This shit about to be lit.
No, we are gonna do a meetup. I think we're having like a separate, like a complex booth this year where we're gonna do a meet and greet. More details coming soon.
I'm with that. You know I'm about the people.
Yeah, all right, nigga. Wayno said
You ain't never around nobody,
Shut-
nigga. Stop
Wait,
it.
I be in the
You don't
streets,
be, you
nigga.
don't be nowhere.
Wayno-
When we at Complex,
Hold
you
on,
be hiding up in the fucking the conference room.
Because Wayno
What?
went to Rolling Loud with Pusha T. You know what I mean?
Nigga, when I'm at Complex,
Wayno
I be
was-
walking
Y'all
around
wanna
by
cut the
myself.
lights? Y'all wanna
Hold
cut the
on.
lights?
No. And,
Don't listen to him. Don't listen to this
Let's
nigga.
fade out now.
Wayno
He's
about
gonna
to-
curve you.
No, Wayno about to cop some exclusive hype beat shit for me, and that's what he's
Yo,
gonna
guys,
do.
It's gonna be
We'll
all
see.
black, his favorite color.
We're gonna
better
see you
be.
here tomorrow on Everyday Struggle.
some Murakami.